All right, everyone. So we do have some huge news in the crypto space. I do want to go over, also discussing the crypto markets, where things are headed in the short term. We did have Ethereum break previous all-time highs yesterday. We have BNB on the rise. Many altcoins are moving up, and we did have Shiba Inu flip Dogecoin once again. That now having a higher market cap than Dogecoin for being a newer coin is just insane. So we are going to go over everything and some huge news. Before we get started, I do want to remind you guys, I am donating 25 cents to charity and 25 cents back to the community for every new subscriber. So things are looking great in the crypto markets today. We do have Bitcoin up 2% again, breaking $62,000. That is holding above $60,000 pretty strong. It did have a temporary dip below, did retest 58,000. I was stating that 55,000 to 58,000 would be normal, forming a cup and handle pattern, which is very bullish, especially because we have a major upgrade coming for Bitcoin in November, the Taproot upgrade, which will bring smart contracts to Bitcoin. That's the first major upgrade in 4 years. So of course, this is going to get a lot of attention to Bitcoin. So we actually had Ethereum break previous all-time highs yesterday, which is pretty huge. That's now over a $500 billion market cap on its own. The next coin, number 3 in coin market cap, is BNB, and that's under a 100 billion market cap. So it does show how huge Bitcoin and Ethereum are. And when we do have Bitcoin and Ethereum in a general uptrend like we have had, that's generally a good sign that altcoins are going to start blasting off in the following few weeks. We're already starting to see that with meme coins shooting up. Shiba Inu is up 200% almost on the 7-day. Dogecoin is up. A lot of altcoins starting to rise again. And we will start seeing more of that as the year progresses and as Bitcoin and Ethereum continue breaking previous all-time highs. If we do see Bitcoin get to $100,000 and Ethereum up to $10,000, I do think we're going to see massive profits for a lot of small cap altcoins that do have a lot of major events coming up, like mainnets, big exchange listings, major partnerships. Those are the type of events you should be looking for in various projects that you do like for those short-term flips. So we have Axie Infinity up 18% today as well, breaking all-time highs. We also had the Sandbox break previous all-time highs as well, and this is another gaming coin that I have invested in. So with the news of Facebook creating a metaverse and hiring 10,000 employees for this, gaming altcoins have been taking off again, like the Sandbox having its own metaverse. So this broke $1, which is pretty huge. Picked this up around 22 cents when the market did bottom here. So that's about a 5x already, pretty huge profits. This still has huge growth potential, just around $1 billion market cap now. And if we check Axie Infinity, that's almost at $10 billion market cap. And then Decentralized is another one with a few $1 billion market cap. So gaming is taking off, and I expect that to continue as more companies adopt and build their own NFT crypto services. Gaming gets more integrated, more games launch that are incorporating crypto and NFTs, which will become the standard over the next couple years. So we do have to be careful at the same time, because there will be a lot of scams, a lot of projects that are just promising things on their roadmap that they'll never be able to deliver on. They're using graphics and things that can be easily generated just to hype things up. So you do have to be very selective with the cryptos that you're investing in. The newer it is, the higher risk it's going to be as well, but there's massive potential in the gaming space. A good project you guys can take a look at is a project I'm an advisor for, which is Cetify Fund. So they have a S-Fund token on the Binance Smart Chain, and basically this is a launch pad for new gaming projects in the crypto space. And they just posted this. Cetify is now officially the #1 launch pad with the highest current return on investment, not just in gaming, but in all categories. So this is a gaming launch pad focused platform, which is huge because gaming is blowing up so much. I definitely think that was a good move, pivoting to gaming only launchpad. So Cetify has a lot of upcoming crypto gaming projects launching through their launchpad, which is great to see. I would recommend keeping up on these projects that do launch through Cetify, because these are all brand new crypto gaming projects, and more likely than not, they're going to launch with a fairly small market cap until they get picked up more and get further developed. So you can definitely find some good gaming projects in the crypto space through this, and you can participate in pre-sales. The more S-Fund tokens you do hold, the bigger allocations you can get with the higher memberships. So the only drawback is the United States can't participate in this, but I hold S-Fund tokens anyways because you could stake them, earning more S-Fund tokens. So there are a couple other small cap gaming projects I have invested in that I'm pretty bullish on. I will be sharing these with you guys over the next week, so be sure to be subscribed and hit the bell if you do want to be notified for that. Also going over other projects, I'm still doing an EOS video and a couple other videos on other top 100 projects that I'm bullish on, going over major events and stuff. So checking out the Bitcoin charts before we jump into the news here, as we can see, we're holding up pretty strong around all-time highs here. So we did have a small correction, which is healthy and expected. This actually didn't correct as far as I thought it would. So I do think it was going to retest $55,000, which would form that giant cup and handle pattern, which is definitely a bullish signal. And then from there, we can move up towards end of year, towards $100,000 Bitcoin. So I do think with all the major things coming up, it's very likely Bitcoin will be in a general uptrend still towards end of year. Of course, in the short term, anything can happen. With any breaking bad news, we can retest these lower support levels. But with this cup and handle pattern, I do think there is major support right here around $55,000. If we do break below that and test $50,000, I think that would be very temporary. And then blast back off, especially leading up to the major Bitcoin Taproot upgrade coming, and more Bitcoin ETFs and other things as well. So we got breaking news here. Facebook rebrands to Meta as focus expands beyond social media. This is insane. I would have never expected a top 10 company in the world to be rebranding, focusing on the metaverse. And of course, with the metaverse is going to come crypto and NFTs. So a lot of people are very bullish on NFTs, which is why projects like the Sandbox and Axie Infinity are blasting off right now. Sandbox building out its own metaverse. So the name change reflects Facebook's growing ambitions beyond online social media, a medium it helped build over the past 2 decades. So I think where Facebook is headed with this, since they're already one of the biggest social media platforms, I do think they're trying to create a social media world that's in virtual reality in the metaverse. And I do think this name change is reflecting on that. And I do think they're going to be going all in. They are creating their own crypto stablecoin and other crypto related products as well. So even if you don't like Facebook, I don't personally use Facebook. I don't like the platform. But regardless, this is huge for NFTs and cryptocurrency, and I'm very bullish on this. So this new name change is for the entire company. It's not for the Facebook platform. Facebook will remain as Facebook, and Instagram and all these other platforms they own will remain the same name as well. But they will be building out a giant metaverse. They hired 10,000 people for this in Europe, and I'm sure that's going to be growing as well. So I can't even imagine what they have on the horizon for this. So Facebook doing this is going to be massive for both NFTs and cryptocurrencies. I did a video on this recently on why I'm so bullish on NFTs. If you guys haven't checked that out, you definitely should. Some very important information in there, and the type of NFT sets I'm looking to buy for the long term. So this is going to be huge. There's going to be other metaverses developing as well, but regardless, the more the better, and the more mass adoption we will get. So more huge news today. Mastercard is preparing its infrastructure for the deployment of CBDCs. The world's third largest consumer payment processor remains bullish on the adoption of CBDCs. During an earnings call with investors and stakeholders, their CEO of Mastercard discussed his positive outlook on the cryptocurrency industry. The company has not only seen sizable volume growth in consumers using their Mastercard to purchase crypto, but also secure several partnerships with cryptocurrency firms. So we have a lot of major companies getting into cryptocurrency, developing their own products, their own cryptocurrencies, offering services for crypto, acquiring crypto to hold on their balance sheet. This is all just getting started, and I do believe this is going to grow at an increasing rate. We also have Visa getting into cryptocurrency. They bought their own CryptoPunk NFT just a couple months ago, so that does show their major interest there. They did have to buy Ethereum in order to buy that CryptoPunk. So besides that, we do have other major companies like Apple, Amazon, and pretty much every other major company exploring different crypto services or acquiring crypto for their balance sheet. So all of these major things happening is going to take a ton of crypto out of circulation, also greatly increasing demand from other smaller companies as well as retail interest, which is why I see a huge bull run coming. And I really don't think we're anywhere close to the peak at this current moment. Of course, along the way, we are going to have dips, especially as manipulation comes into play. So it's good to see things moving forward here. PayPal has also been moving forward, and I do believe Visa will be launching some sort of crypto service very soon as well. Visa is already working with multiple crypto companies, and they've gotten into the NFT space. So very interesting to see what's going to come from all these payment processors with cryptocurrency. So more than 40 digital currency ETFs await US regulatory approval. This is massive. We've already had the first few get approved and go live with trading. Now we have a flood more of these digital currency ETFs that will be coming out, not only for Bitcoin, but I think Ethereum, Litecoin, and other cryptocurrencies as well. So we have over 40 cryptocurrency exchange traded funds, or ETFs, now awaiting listing in the United States, and these are going to roll out very quickly. As we saw after the first Bitcoin ETF went live, we had 2 more go live in a short period of time, and the source indicates that 4 have already been approved by the Securities Exchange Commission. The most notable is ARK21 shares Bitcoin ETF. So lots of these are going to be coming, which will increase accessibility to crypto, more money flowing into crypto. So all of these ETFs on the horizon is very bullish. Lots of events coming, lots of increased accessibility and mass adoption. This is huge by end of year. And all of these companies as well getting into crypto, PayPal, Visa, Mastercard, all of this stuff is going to help bring tons of demand to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, as well as the Bitcoin Taproot upgrade, and so many more things happening around the world with adoption. So we haven't talked about Litecoin in a while. Litecoin transactions near all-time high after getting ground in consumer finance. It's become easier to use Litecoin for everyday payments thanks to several recent partnerships. So Litecoin is still growing. A lot of people think it's a dead coin. So the thing about Litecoin is not many people actually talk about it or are very bullish on it, but it does get a lot of mass adoption, more so than most other cryptocurrencies out there besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you see Bitcoin getting listed on some new major exchange, it's likely Litecoin is added with it or in the near future afterwards. And any company that's accepting Bitcoin as payment is likely going to accept Litecoin as payment as well in the near future. So we have seen this with many major platforms over the last year. PayPal, right off the bat, they had Litecoin on the platform. And similar with AMC adding cryptocurrencies, they did announce support for Litecoin as well as Bitcoin and Ethereum. So personally, I see Litecoin as a great long-term investment, and I'm just lending it out in my BlockFi account, earning passive income on it while waiting for it to appreciate in value. And I do think once Litecoin does start kicking off, it will go up very quickly, especially if Bitcoin's breaking 100,000. I could definitely see a $1,000 Litecoin possible by end of year. So I was bullish on this for the launch of PayPal crypto merchant payments as well, but PayPal actually didn't launch it as I thought they would be, where they actually allow merchants to actually accept Litecoin, Bitcoin, and other cryptos as payment. How they're doing it currently is you pay through PayPal and they instantly trade it to fiat currency and pay the merchant in fiat currency. So that was a big letdown, but I think eventually PayPal will take baby steps towards more adoption and eventually allow merchants to actually accept these cryptos as payment. So next up, we have major Russian bank explores crypto investment amid strong demand. One way or another, Russians get exposure to crypto even if they go abroad. So that's the thing, even in countries where there's strong regulations, people are going to find a way to acquire cryptocurrency. The demand is there. And I do believe this will become a trend where we start seeing stuff like this very often. More companies, banks, services are going to get involved in cryptocurrency one way or another, like this article states. Because the demand is there, there's big money to be made here, and any country that tries to fight this and regulate it out of the country is just going to be shooting themselves in the foot, in my opinion. So last article for today, Microstrategy added 9,000 Bitcoin last quarter. Its stash is now worth $7 billion. As of September 30th, MicroStrategy held 114,000 Bitcoins at an average purchase price of $27,000. So MicroStrategy has the most Bitcoin out of any company. They're doing everything they can to acquire as much Bitcoin as possible. They see the high potential here. They see the future is in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and they're going all in on this. So they did acquire most of their Bitcoin around 20,000, but they continue dollar cost averaging a few hundred $1 million worth of Bitcoin here and there. Even with Bitcoin above $50,000, they continue to do this, which is a great sign of confidence as well. So I definitely don't think they're planning to sell anytime soon. They're going to continue dollar cost averaging, in my opinion. And this is just one company that has acquired 9,000 Bitcoin in one quarter. now having a total of $7 billion worth of Bitcoin. Imagine if we had 10 companies doing this, dollar cost averaging every few weeks to every few months, and acquiring billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. Eventually that would dry up the supply on exchanges, and that would cause a supply shock, causing Bitcoin to skyrocket, especially as more institutional and retail demand picks up. That could definitely be what sends us over $100,000 Bitcoin in the near future. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys found it useful. Everything's looking great in the crypto and the NFT space. I think huge things are to come, but just keep in mind, we can never predict what's going to happen in the short term 100% accurately. So always be prepared for the major dips and have a good entry and exit strategy. You guys can check out my crypto guides playlist if you guys want to learn more, get more educated, and be more successful in the crypto space in the long term. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys found it useful. I do have my NFT set coming beginning of November. If you guys are interested, I will be launching the website and Discord very soon. I'll be posting the official links on my official Twitter and YouTube. Just be careful of scams out there. There's already people impersonating me, trying to scam you, and you should only follow links from my official social media pages. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.